Be a test for the new chatbot stuff set up anyway. If this chatbot works, that's one thing off of my to-do list for improving the quality of the streams. And then next is gonna be I gotta figure out what I'm doing with the Twitch. What are they called? What are the little things called that you get for watching? Matt.
Points.
Yeah, the channel points.
Channel points. I gotta figure out what we gotta spend the channel points on.
I don't know. Add a ejection where it's a keybind where it's like, oh look, you can if your ship has an eject feature.
It's gonna eject you. No, that's you're just saying that because you have the most and you want to be able to eject me out of my ship whenever the fuck you want.
It would be pretty awesome.
That one's gonna have to be expensive.
I mean, you could just
million
do something similar to what Avenger 1 does. Fly specific ship brand. You just go like, all right, cool.
I gotcha, yeah.
2,500 points. You have like fly Anvil, fly Drake, fly whoever, but then at like 5,000.
What up, Rock Climber?
A specific ship of
the
that
first official
brand
other person than myself to be
if
using the new
applicable.
chatbot. Thank you. Yeah, I could do something like that. Yeah.
And then you can always just add a shoot somebody like Sturban.
Shoot somebody.
Yeah, you know, shoot a friendly, kill a friendly.
Why do all these have to be so painful? What the fuck? I gotta get.
They're funny. Because they're funny. But they would be the really expensive ones.
Yeah. Watch, Sturban's gonna be doing something, and he's gonna spawn in one of his Kraken or his Javelin for the first time. He's gonna be sitting there on the bridge, just taking it in, and then kill Sturban. Kill whatever the fucking emote thing is. Kill him. Actually, with Sturban in particular, I'm sure somebody will do it anyway. Fucking Mortar or somebody will do it, or only.
If Matt or Mortar can't do it, I'll do the job myself.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh, you've already killed him a couple of times when he's been when he's been doing something.
Except those were unwarranted. These are disclaimer. If he actually does it, then just everyone will have to keep that eye in the back of their head. No one's behind me. If anyone redeems something.
Oh yeah. Matt, you are the only person that I'm seeing that's in right now. Everybody else, including myself, is loading.
Oh, it looked like he was on Spectrum in my end.
Well, I mean, no, he's just talking about the my camera, my virtual camera. As you can see, I'm connected into the server.
So what differentiates that from just streaming normally?
Rather than it basically Discord trying to capture a stream, it's just fed through Discord, like if it was an actual camera. I don't know. It's weird. Rather than, because I think what streaming does is basically streaming it will be producing the same image twice. Because you have it generating on your screen, then Discord has to get it fed to it at the same time. So it's streaming the game twice to yourself and then into Discord. Or however Sturban was calling it, saying or whatever. Because Sturban, he needs a new computer, you know. He's like, oh, you're having all these issues, just get a new computer. I'm like, Sturban, same thing goes with you. You can't stream on Discord, get a new computer.
You.
Because it's like, oh, I had issues with my computer. I swapped out my CPU, and all my issues went away.
We do need to figure out like a good baseline for like absolutely every single person in the org that has the capability of streaming should stream, and or have something set up so that you can clip what you're looking at for like, well, for one, for like debrief purposes after a fight, and then also if we have another member of the org or another org come at us, be like, your guy killed us and whatever, we got in this big fight, but you guys shot first
Body
and all
cam.
that stuff. Yeah, actually, yeah, it would be body cam. Yeah, that's what it would be. So stuff like that. Your guys shot first. Oh yeah, what was his name? Oh, I don't know. All right, you know what? Just to give me the quote unquote body cams of all the people that were in that system at that time. We're like, nobody shot. We have the proof. We have the receipts.
About that, Spirzy, I need to show you something. Something very funny that happened to Sword.
What happened?
Watch my stream.
Hold on.
Time to go
Oh, it's not my
obliterate my
streaming.
wallet.
It's not.
Obliterate your wallet.
I'm gonna go buy all of the guns for the A2.
There you go.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna put more ballistics on my other redeemer. Try and do that that thing this weekend.
For the multi-crew thing, are we running all lasers or are like ballistic loadouts allowed?
For what?
The multi-crew thing that's happening in an hour?
It's literally just go out with a hammerhead and just do
Holy shit, I'm in.
PvE bounties. That's really all it is.
Oh.
It's not like you're fighting each other. It's just
Oh.
it's a casual. Hey, we're gonna crew a big ship, i.e. the hammerhead. But then obviously once the Polaris and Idris come out, that's like just a casual. We're gonna just do stuff with the big ship. That's all it is. It's not
Oh.
anything competitive or PvP unless players show up and want to fuck with you.
Oh well. For some reason I thought it would be like multi-crew versus multi-crew stuff.
Nope.
But oh well.
No,
Are you watching Spirzy?
it's like clearly it's a problem here, but no one reads these goddamn posts. They just sign up and then they ignore everything. They don't read where the thing is, where to be. Because it's like, oh, well, where's Xenothreat? There's a whole briefing. It tells you where to go. Head to Pyro jump point.
I'm gonna redo
I
the
mean-
briefing after hockey tonight and or tomorrow. I'm gonna redo our briefing better.
Well, no, it's the posts in the org events. It literally is the.
Yeah, but I'm just
second-
this video is a bit better. I'm gonna redo it so people get it.
Yeah. All I'm saying is shoot things, practice, teamwork. I feel like that does not specify if it's PvP or PvE, and for some reason.
Every single thing that we do until persistence is a real thing is PvP. We need to get in as many fights as we possibly can.
So that completely contradicts what Matt is saying and vindicates my position. Thank you, Nolan.
So Matt, what's the problem, Matt?
Literally, it's what
Shit.
Random sent me. Casually fly about in a big ship while we shoot things, practice teamwork and communication.
Oh well.
That's it.
Oh, you're talking
There's-
about something that somebody in the org, one of the leaders is running in particular. If it's a training or something, then do what the
It's just-
person running it is telling you to
Just
do.
it's just the thing is like with Random Americans multi-crew Thursdays. It's just a friendly, casual go about, in like a hammerhead, and it's literally the communication is because since there's so many people, every turret's going to be manned. So now it's having essentially the person on the top telling the gunners or the pilot or whatever to orient the ship certain ways, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I'm saying is-
I don't see a problem with it being PvP though. I think Medic, you're overthinking it a little bit. Like it's well, actually both of you are. I think both of you are overthinking it a little bit. It's just whatever event that you are going to, if the person running it says it's going to be a certain way, then have it be that certain way. If it's open for interpretation, then hopefully it's PvP. Because we need to try and fight as many players as possible. And so if you show up and random's like, hey, we're not going to fight anybody and we're not going to fight each other, that's the way he's setting it up. So like then run it that way. And if he says, we're going to kill as many people as possible, then that's what you're going to do. Otherwise, then if it's open to interpretation, no matter what the event is, I'd say push for PvP if you can, because it's practice. It's solid practice. Does that make sense?
Okay, then I guess you should put PvE in the title for that because it is very open to interpretation right now. I read that description and thought, oh, this must be a PvP practice for multi-crew ships, and I should go set up my A2 for doing PvP stuff. And it's like, oh no, it's not. It's PvE, but it's up for
If
interpretation.
they get enough people and they want to do multi-crew versus multi-crew, then that's fine.
Hey, right now should be a good test to see if you want PvP. Just you go take it to Xenothreat.
Yeah, right.
Take that Hammerhead to Xenothreat and start fighting everyone.
Yeah, that is not gonna end well unless the people you fight are garbage. The only time multi-crew fighting is viable is if the other team is also handicapping themselves by taking multi-crew. Which is why this kind of event would be fun, because both teams are handicapping themselves, so they get to enjoy the multi-crew meme.
Baseline though, depending on who shows up, random's gonna run it. Based off who shows up, there might be people that have never been in a turret before. There might have be
Or on the
people.
hammerhead.
Yeah. So that's what the baseline of a training like that would be for. It's if just go and get people that have never done something that you should be doing on somewhat of a regular basis into that position.
Yep.
Sorry, I was in the middle of a conversation there.
There isn't much.
Oh, you know
content
what's
issue.
not good actually is the chat disappears
last
for me.
Thursday I was in it. It was fun.
I
One of
kind
our
of don't
guys
want
took
that.
in C2, I think.
The
and
chat
we went
disappears for
to
me. I want it to just disappear on
One of
screen.
the like rappel pickers to buy the RMC,
Serve
and then we were
FPS.
just like escorting because there was a lot of pirating during that time.
Where'd it
So
go?
we were just protecting that guy.
Looks
us out.
like. Where is it?
We did some
24,
ERTs as
26,
well.
30, server FPS, 28, 29. So pretty solid. Yeah, I get armor.
But yeah, if you are planning on doing that again, I'll probably peace out. Well, I mean, yeah, it probably wouldn't be that great if it's split between 9 people.
Oh, the YouTube
And
chat is
everyone
not
there
showing
for
up. Hold on, sorry, my bad.
PvP practice.
Why is the YouTube chat not showing up when I just checked it a second ago?
So the tech preview is still messed up. I'm still getting errors while I was trying earlier.
Somebody in the YouTube chat talk. Is that just disappearing for me? Is that because is that why I hadn't seen it?
3000 error.
I gave up like after an hour of trying.
I am in. This is the test.
Maybe there's more people that, because I heard that guy Wikipedia, he was on Berg's chat and he said like there's gonna be 3 shards and each shard should have approximately 200 people, so that's 600 total. Maybe there's more than 600 people and servers are full.
Yeah,
You
I
good?
think
It is working, but the thing is that
I think just in Berkshire it's like 1,000.
it disappears for me, and I don't want that. I just want it to disappear on stream so that there's text there's not constantly text up on the screen. So we got a multi-level test going on today. Of this new chatbot that I have set up. And the server meshing, which is looking good. It's looking good.
Okay, watch my stream, Spirzy.
I'm watching your stream, dude, and there's just like you in a freaking DRB.
Sitting there for about 15 minutes.
Where is it?
Oh.
Yeah, the server is actually quite fun to drive around.
I don't get what you're doing though.
I'll show you something, hold on. Oh, here.
I don't know about anyone else, but to me your stream is like fast forwarding. Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what I was getting, mate. I
That's
was like,
exactly what was happening.
I couldn't get in earlier either. I didn't start the stream until I could get in. And now I'm out. It's gonna crash, isn't it?
Okay, watch that. Watch that.
But then because it's 323 or it's 322
Oh,
and
I'm
not
going down,
323,
don't
there's
let me.
no server replication. So that's what I also thought was weird about this.
I think
And
I bought
anyway,
it, yeah.
anybody that can pick me up here?
I got kicked. If you guys are not playing the test, can we go to who in here is trying to play the test right now? Are any of you trying? Matt, are you trying to?
And you gonna get in?
Yeah.
Define test.
But
All right,
I don't
I'll
know if it's playing too much because
Sort being sort.
all right, I'll jump down to second fleet. If you guys are trying to get into the test, jump down to second fleet. Otherwise, it's too chaotic with talking.
Yes,
What-
it
Alright, boys.
What's being
See you
tested right
stack.
now?
The server meshing. There's a server meshing test.
Ah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, but
So you're in, Matt.
I was, and it just booted me. We had a 30k, but because it's not 323, there wasn't replication layer, so it didn't fucking come back. All right, let's see if I can fix these issues with the chat. Go over here.
Nice. SJ14. Feel like a real gamer now.
Stitz, your mic is acting all like staticky and robotic
on.
a little bit. How can I make the chat only show up for comments?
make the chat show up like on the stream.
Yeah, no, so the way that it's set up right now is anytime somebody talks, 20 seconds later, it'll show up on screen, and then 20 seconds later, it goes away. I want that to be for the stream view, but I don't want it to be for me. I want to be able to see the chat. I want to be able to scroll through. And it's not doing that right now. I'm trying to find a way for it to do that.
Any better?
That's way better. Keep talking. Do like a full sentence.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. It's way better.
Sweet.
I was 30K'd on the way in.
Yeah, that's what was happening to me.
All right. After I do this. Wait, no, I'll do that. I'm going to keep trying to get in while I'm also messing with the chat stuff.
Cool. Oh, I'm in.
Loper Live, what do you mean for real? Once you get a real feel for server meshing, I do want to know if you think it'll improve overall stability. We've already had multiple real feels. I think Burks did a video. There's either a full video or there is a clip out there of Burks the last time they did this, and they had 400 people on the server, and it was ready for live. Like, it was running great. And then once they tried to get to 800, which I'm actually not sure what's the numbers that they're doing for this
Right
one.
now, I am on Orison. There are 13K or 135K entities, and it is 50 FPS. Normally, with less than 100K entities, this is about the same.
He's talking about
less.
players, not
Yeah.
entities. So the shard would have 4 servers with the 400 people, and they tried bumping it up to
The TLDR is it's
800.
promising. The TLDR baseline, it's already promising. Right now,
Oh, yeah.
we're helping test it. It is looking very good. Even
It's
when
just-
right now with situations where like right now, where just 30K before I even got in, when it does work, it is very promising and very good. Like, genuinely, when you actually know what's happening, very good.
Wow, it's
You're-
cool to actually have like
you're-
see a lot of people in the same shard. That actually feels like an MMO.
It's like you were connecting to a server and you have replication layer enabled false, Nolan, where I'm connecting to 040 and I have replication layer enabled true.
Really?
Yeah.
When's
I'm
the last
still
time you
voting,
restarted?
though.
When's the last time you restarted?
Just like what, a couple minutes ago, because I also had to I recopied my character because I kept getting stuck with
It's enabled for me, and I just restarted.
30,000
All right, I'm gonna restart.
Oh my god, that's awesome. There's 20 people here waiting to get on a shuttle.
I was in a few minutes ago and it was running great.
Yeah, this is sick.
I got a bunch of gear together and shit. Come on.
Wow.
It absolutely does sound promising. The thing is we'll have to see what it looks like when they just send it. Because it was like similar with 318 where they were doing some pretty crazy stuff and they just needed to just send it so that they could get the feedback and they could get the data on what it looked like, and then eventually over time they end up fixing it. It's going to happen again with this. They're just going to need to send it, see what breaks, but they're doing tests like this, so they're going to be good. They're starting on the right foot. I mean, as long as it is somewhat similar to the tests that we've already had, and this one that when I did get in, it was very smooth. Not very smooth. It was smooth, completely playable. But if that's a day one thing, first time getting in the server and it looked like that, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in here for like a minute, and just the amount of players that are actively like, in my shuttle, in the frames, I'm getting 60 FPS with about 30 people on a shuttle.
You have 30 people on a shuttle right now, and you have 60 FPS?
15.
Oh, okay.
65 in Orison. This is awesome. See, oh, never mind. It's just crashed. Fuck. Spoke too soon.
Oh, for sure. It's just gonna, it looks bad if you're not actually tracking it. Wait, when did Drewski play? Oh, 318. That could have been a while ago. I could see him playing a while ago.
Yeah, if it was 318, that was, last March, April.
He's one of the people that I've been whispering to about, like, don't get into it yet, but someday, you'll see. Clean was one of those people. Stankrat was one of those people. Fucking Drewski, who else? I mean, Jesse and a bunch of others. We chat about it all the time. But in terms of people that aren't Star Citizen people already,
I never watched Stankrat, but after his Star Citizen videos, that's what got me back into it.
dude, I found out at
Those are good.
I found out at TwitchCon last year. We were just kind of chit chatting a little bit, and then I brought up Star Citizen, and maybe we were talking about like plans or whatever, just shooting the shit. And he's like, "Oh, dude, I can't wait." And then eventually, like I posted a picture of like the heavy fighter, the Mirai heavy fighter, and he was talking about that. Like he got into it. I think he played a bunch when we had that boost with Summit a few weeks back.
Oh yeah, he had some videos of being, a filthy rat hiding in the shadows, chasing people on their ships, stowing away on their ships, and then stealing their ships when they had cargo.
Oh, Batty also. Batty, I didn't need to say shit to. Batty was already into it though. Batty's on our Discord. I was just telling him he's busy enough. He's got his own thing going. When he's doing his D&D thing, like that's where his mindset is right now. But when it gets heavy, he'll be around. Every single person in the Escape from Tarkov community is welcome to use us for backup. And even a little bit wider, like the potentially the squad community for some people out there.
I'm so
some
pissed. The only
creators.
thing I need for Kappa is Johnny B's.
The John B glasses?
Only thing I need. And I quit. I can't do it anymore. I'm like, I'm not Searching any more scabs.
Oh, Matt, your fix isn't working for me anymore.
Do you
Not
have the
going
infinite,
through.
infinite spin logo?
Not
Yeah,
infinite.
that happens, but I also was loading into a new server and it crashed me loading in, so then now it can't load me into a different server.
Yeah, I totally crashed.
Burke's
me.
fix with launcher. I just did that. It didn't work for me. I tell you what, though, this is a pretty good stress test of the login service right now with everybody stopping and going back.
Mhm.
But we'll be getting the P8 assault rifle soon, TM.
Yeah, I watched that. I saw it. Looks like a semi-auto.
It's both
Oh, it's both?
semi-auto and yeah.
Don't see the point. I mean,
I just
arc light
think it-
pistol's all you need.
I think it's a 7.62 AR, where the P4 is a 5.56.
Ooh.
And then the P8 SC is 9 mil.
Have you guys done any FPS events here?
We've had combined arm stuff with FPS in it, obviously. For those that aren't flying, they're on the ground, or when their ship dies. We had a 3-way
Giggity.
890 jump fight, yeah, giggity, between us, Blightvale, and Ravenbound. And basically, once the 890s are soft deathed, you have to hold and defend your 890 for the length of the event until it's captured. And then once it's captured, you can attempt to recapture it back, because then that's just more points for whichever team owns your 890 while owning their 890. But some things happened, and 2 of the 3 teams lost their 890s over the course of the fight.
Ooh, 600 arrows back.
Yeah.
Oh, I found a fix. I fixed. Well, game's not working, but this test is working. Now I can keep the chat open and I can see what everybody said, but it disappears on the stream. I don't think it's. I think it's going to be something that I need to pay attention to, and like mess with every single time I go live. But it's at least working, so that's good.
What's working? Your bot?
The chat bot, so that there's only like one chat. There's only so much space that I have on the monitors that I have. So with Discord open and the alerts, having multi chats is just not. It's just not possible. So I have
With your
like
tiny pea brain.
yes, and then there's like the OBS settings on the monitor closest to me, and Discord, and any other things for the browsers and things that are gonna pop up. Yeah.
Like, time to just mount a TV on the wall, and that's just where all your chats go.
I don't want to have to buy another monitor. I was looking at like cheap like 2K monitors, but then I'd have to get a desk mount for it too. I'm just like, I'll wait. If everything goes the way it should go for the end of the year here, I should be able to have some funds at the end of the year to make some upgrades to my stuff. Potentially a new PC, which is going to be the combined editing and streaming PC. Which is also another thing that I'm testing today that I forgot to do. I am in. So now that I'm in, I'm going to start that. I'm going to start a replay buffer so that when I make clips, you can actually hear SRS and Discord, whereas before I was being a fucking idiot and you were not able to do that. You were not able to hear it.
Like, do you have the sources appropriate?
So what I was doing is I was clipping from my game PC so that I get the highest quality possible through Shadowplay, but my Discord and SRS are going through my stream PC so that I can have a hotkey to foot pedals to be able to push to mute on Discord, push to talk on SRS. And those hotkeys wouldn't affect the game that I was playing. But then, if I clip on my game PC, you're not going to hear any of the audio from you guys. You'll hear my microphone, you'll hear the game. Yeah, I mean, you saw it in the clips that I posted on the Star System channel. You just couldn't hear Discord. And then the clips that I got from Twitch, or YouTube, which had everything, it wasn't the right quality. But now that I have the replay buffer going and I'm streaming to YouTube, it's the 2K at least, and it's got everything. Check did not fail. Check was a success, actually. Are they testing only the pyro alongside CT? No. There is no pyro testing. That's actually, I don't know why they left that in there.
It's because they will be testing the pyro side and.
That's not good.
Just jump in it. Just jump.
All right.
Just jump.
I did. Oh god. Is it gonna do a full flip? Why did I listen to Matt?
Is your server 30K'ing is a better question. Bring up that display info.
Oh. Wait, am I gonna stay in here? It's gone. It's gone, isn't it? I think it's gone. And it's gone. Yeah, 30 good. So why is yours saying that you have server recovery or replication layer, and mine isn't?
It's because of the menu. That's why. It's like when you're in the menu, it says false, but once you connect to a server, it says true.
Yeah, for some reason, this test that they're doing today, this is on 322, so there isn't replication layer. There is not server recovery for some reason. So something that they wanted to test with this did not involve the thing that they needed as a foundation for server meshing somehow.
Yeah. I literally put in the SC test and like, Waka, why is this not on 323 or whatever? And it's like, why isn't it just on like 323.0?
Yeah, that's weird.
Or with the, as well as with like the rep layer functioning. Because clearly it's not functioning. So they might shut the build down entirely and push out a new one here soon.
I'm gonna give this, I'm gonna give this like another 20-ish minutes max, and then I don't care what state it's in. I'm not gonna touch it again, and then whatever good news we get from it, or whatever happens with it after that is what happens with it. Because I'm running out of time for today. I've only got another 4-ish hours before I have to get off. That 30K is synonymous with your server crashed in the Star Citizen verse. So if you see people saying 30K or whatever, it's like, oh, I had a 30K server crashed, and so yeah, not good. But the replication layer and the server recovery that we have in 3.23, which is the patch that we're playing right now for live, not this test version, has a system where, in fact, I think I even have a clip of it working. I have a clip of it working somewhere. It'll pop up. It'll say server recovery or whatever. You get a server error, please wait. So where my server just crashed a second ago, it'll just say server error, please wait, and then however long it takes. But the most recent one that I had, it was like maybe 30 seconds. The error code goes away, the server whatever wait goes away, and then you're just playing again because it's that replication layer. So it's part of the server meshing tech. So you are considered on a server, and there is a separate server somewhere in the the real world verse somewhere exists somewhere that is replicating the server that you are on. And so just in case your server crashes, it is able to move that data onto another one, put you on it, and you will not have lost a single second. And that's been working. But that is part of patch 3.23 or 3.23. They rolled us back to 3.22, which doesn't have that tech for this test, which is weird, to say the least. But obviously there is some functionality or piece of the system for server meshing that they want to test right now that does not involve. In fact, it wouldn't even need to be that it doesn't involve it, because it's just detrimental to not include the replication layer. So it must be something that they are testing, that in the build that they want to test, there is some kind of error or there is some kind of reason why they can't have the replication working, or this patch or this build that they've pushed to us is broken and for some reason is 3.2. I can't imagine that that this is the case, because they even told us in the post that it's going to be 3.2.2. But there's some kind of problem that's preventing them from being able to test this functionality with the replication layer. Which again is weird, because it's a foundation of the fucking tech, so it's weird.
You know, like they tested it on 3.22 to then put it into 3.23, but it's like, all right, 3.23 is out and it's working. The servers aren't crashing in 3.23. Why don't you use that build?
Yeah, it's weird.
Like 3.23, when there was issues, you had successful server error crash recovery, but this has none of that.
Yeah.
It's because who knows how long the network team, because this is a network team build that they want us to test, essentially. But it's like, why wouldn't you, oh, 3.23 has all this other stuff, but why would you use such an old one? Whatever.
Yeah. Been looking at getting into SC and your org. Is the Cutlass Black a good starter ship? Cutlass Black is a fantastic starter ship, and I actually have a video pertaining to this specifically. Where is it? Where to start. So this video right here, if you click over to the home tab or the video tab, whichever you're looking at, because you are over on YouTube, as we can see there, you'll see best way to start, best first ship to buy in Star Citizen. Some of the things are going to change based off of the sale that we just had, but the Cutty Black is synonymous for being one of the best starter ships. Personally, I've switched over to the C1. I like the C1 better than the Cutty Black right now. It's a little bit more expensive. It does a lot of things differently. It's also a much wider ship. It's a space Dorito. So it takes up much, it's more difficult to get out of a hangar. It's more difficult to get into tight spaces and things like that. But that's just my personal preference. But the Cutty Black is like, that is like all you need. You don't need to go and get anything else after that, because it can do whatever you need it to do to make money. And then with the money that you're going to make with it, you can go and do other things. You can go and buy whatever else you need to get done in the verse. You're going to be able to go and do that. The very tippity top meta stuff, not so much, because then we're going to be talking about the Hornet, the F7A, the Mark IIs and stuff like that. And of course that's behind a paywall, and there's some things that are going on with that, but you are plenty competitive with Buccaneers. In fact, isn't like Buccaneer like right next to Mark II, or have we figured out that Mark II is better than the Buck? Matt?
It's a lot of it is also just in the hands of the pilot as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ask Medic since we're waiting here.
They're two separate, tuning archetypes. So
Feel like in a large scale team conflict, the Hornet for sure.
The Hornet for sure. The Buck is just, interceptors are for boom and zoom on bigger, slower targets, and any fighter that isn't paying too much attention. You boom and zoom, then you switch to nav mode and you fly away, and then you fly back, switch to SCM, dump your shots, switch back to nav, and fly away, and rinse and repeat. It's really, really dumb.
But hopefully that answered your question, Dylan. If you got more, let me know. Mark II is better 1v1. I could see that, yeah. We have one of our... And I'm just going to go ask him. I'm going to jump up since I'm not even looking in. Let me get Medic's take.
Or you just drag him down.
No, he might be in the middle of a conversation. Don't want to be rude. Hold on. Yo.
Hello.
Yo, I'm live. We got a question because we're talking about first ships and, like, dogfighting and stuff. So, Medic.
Buy a Buck if you're getting it in-game.
Okay, cool, because we were just talking about Mark II. So we were saying Mark II is better 1v1. We were talking about it. So it's just like, but you can't get the Mark II. So if somebody's in a position to get a Mark II, do you say get a Mark II, or do you think just get a Buck?
If you have the upgrade package, then get the Mark IIA. If you don't have the upgrade package, just get a Buck.
All right, so don't bother with the Mark IIC. Just get a buck?
Just get a buck.
Just get a buck?
And it's really cheap in game too. It's like what 1.4, 1.6 mil or something.
1.6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So get the Cuddy Black as your starter ship. Make some money. Get a couple of bucks so you have a backup. Good to go.
Get any starter ship. Make your money. Then.
Well, that's where we were starting. The conversation started with, is a Cuddy Black a good starter ship? And I was saying
it is.
it's fantastic. And then personally, I'm leaning. I think about things a little differently. It's just like, I like the C1. I think if I was getting into the game, I'd get a C1 over a Cuddy Black. I'd roll the C1, but that's just me. Either way, make your money. Go get some go get a buck, and you'll be good to go. All right, cool. Thank you.
No problem.
There you go. And that is literally our best dogfighter in the org saying that. Medic said, if you're in a position to get a Mark II, get a Mark II, but otherwise get a buck. Like, bucks are fine. You're gonna compete.
Yeah, and the thing too is like, so if you want to snare somebody, you have to stay in STF.
You went.
The mantis.
You were cutting out a little bit there. What were you saying?
Yeah, so like with when we were doing with the mantis trying to snare that Idris. The thing is I don't, as a mantis that is snaring or dampening, I have to stay in SCM, so I can't switch to nav and run away because I have the higher speeds. Where a Hornet can switch to nav mode, fly faster than me, close the distance, and then switch to SCM and literally pull out in front of me and slow down and stay right on my ass.
Yeah. It's definitely better, but not everybody's in a position to drop that kind of money or have the upgrade token. Which sucks. But...
Or, I mean, or it's just any ship, really. Like, if you have a mantis and if you come across a player mantis dampening and snaring, they have to stay in SCM in order to keep that dampener on. If they switch to SCM, it turns it off.
Yeah.
And then they go through the whole cooldown all over again, and don't have the flexibility of running away like you could before.
Yeah. This is a video I'm going to post at some point. I solo took down an Idris, and this was the most painful one I have had to do yet because I was so close for so long and then finally got the door open and then it ran away again. And then with the door open, this was the first attempt. This is when I got close. And then I was there and it switched to the tractor beam. The server was lagging and it switched to the tractor beam when I was right there. Eventually I got in. Looking to do a variety of stuff to make money, so it sounds like I got a basic plan lined out. Yeah, 100%. And listen, we've got 377 as of this morning members in the org. We are filling up to 500. Once we hit 500 active players, and in terms of a definition of what active is to us, is that you are having jumped into the Discord and taken part in an org event once a month. That is it. And then if you are, you're talkative every couple of weeks at least, things like that, you're on point. So it's not too crazy in terms of you don't need to be there every day. Hell, you don't even need to be there every week. But on a monthly basis, if you're considered active, then you're good to go. And we're going to be limiting it to 500. When we hit that 500, the reason why we're staying at 500 is so that as an org, we can file down exactly how to coordinate as a large group of people. And we don't know how long that's going to take before we're actually fully comfortable with that. But we have one wing that's practically full, my wing in the org, which is 40 people, 5 squads of 6 that are combat oriented, 1 squad of 6 that is support oriented, which is going to be rearm, refuel, repair, and medical. And then there is 1 squad of 6 that is industry oriented, which is moving cargo, mining, salvaging, stuff like that. And that is going to be 4 groups of those 40 per fleet. So that makes up for 160 people. With that 160 people, we're going to really figure out and define exactly how we want to run 160 people at a time. And once we feel comfortable with that, that's when we start to open it up again. So once we hit the 500, that's going to be, we're not going to be letting people in. But until we hit that 500, every single person, you are open to joining. Doesn't matter what your, doesn't matter what your experience is with the game at all. We're just looking for bodies. We just need people. And obviously, depending on the type of person, we're looking for, good people, obviously. Don't be a dick. But yeah. It's going pretty well right now, though. We had a solid 30 plus people all weekend. It was really good, which allowed us to take 3 Idris at once, which I still need to post some footage on that. But unfortunately, I don't have very good footage that includes all of the conversation that's going on between the members in the org and things like that. So yeah. What's the Discord link? You're on YouTube. Go onto the videos on YouTube and look up Terra Group, how to join Terra Group. All the information is there. Actually, in the description of this stream, how to join the org. Click that link. That's all explained in the video. All the links are in there.
Did you add the edit to add the new custom link that we got since we have enough server boosting?
Do we have a custom link? Maybe not.
Yeah, we're just Terra Group -SC.
I'll mess with that. Let me see if I can get it. I'm gonna try getting in again, and if that doesn't work, I'll mess with it.
Yeah, so.
Oh, there we go. I might be getting in, so I'll mess with it later. DM me in the chat, in the fucking our chat, or at me in our chat. And remind me. Yeah, no problem, Wally. Yeah, no matter what your experience with the game is, no matter what you want to do in the game, we have a place for you. We'll love to do some industry stuff, interested in smuggling or anything I can do to make money without fucking over other players. Dude, 30K again. So here's the thing, though. When we are a real org, so right now the game is not persistent. There's still going to be wipes. Reputation doesn't last, things like that. When the game is actually released, when persistence is real, we are going to be a good guy org. And the reason why we're going to do that is because it's going to make Safe Harbor much easier, and it's not going to limit us in gameplay because there's going to be so many people out there that want to live the space pirate life. There's going to be plenty of PvP on that respect because there's going to be plenty of people that are doing bad things. And on the PvE side of things, there's going to be aliens everywhere and the regular space pirates that aren't other players. And we are going to know that if we go back to Stanton and if we go to Microtech, we're good to land. We're good to rearm, repair, refuel. It's going to cost, obviously, but we're good to go. As a pirate, you can't go to a lawful verse because you're going to get shot at and you're going to get taken down. You're going to go to prison. And you don't know if you go somewhere, if there's some other pirate factions taking over and they've increased the price 11-fold or whatever it's going to be. It's going to cost too much and you're not actually going to be good to go to rearm or refuel there. You don't know what's going to go on. But you do have the autonomy to do whatever the hell you want, shoot whoever you want, take whatever you want. So there's still that good side of it. But we are choosing to stay good with the UEE, which is United Earth Empire. Is that it? United Earth Empire? The United Empire of Earth or whatever it is. The good guys, the military. So that, again, we have that safe harbor and potentially improve reputation and relationships with ship manufacturers to be able to get those ships that we want to get, potentially the bigger ones, the bigger military ones. We didn't forget alt accounts are a thing. You better not join the org with that alt account, though, if you want to be a bad guy. That's all I'm saying. Hell, I got a few. All of our our top members have alt accounts. But if you are, in particular, if you are joining the org with that account, you're going to be a good guy. Because that's the org rep right there. Now, up until that point, we've actually gained a reputation for being not good guys because we've gotten into a lot of fights and stuff like that, but that's on purpose because we want to get as much practice as possible. We want to know if we piss off a group of 20 players, how are they going to react? What are they going to do? What ships do they bring? How do they fly? Do they start how quickly do they start ramming us? Like things like we want that experience. We don't want persistence to be our first run in with straight up griefers and enemy players. Like we want to get in as many good fights as possible, period, because it's experience, it's playtime. You're going to be able to make mistakes and learn from them, and we do repeatedly. We do make mistakes. We lose fights all the time, but then we take 10 minutes, we sit back, get the clips together, get some notes together. What did we learn? All right, we put some fighters with the Mantis next time. What do we learn? Oh, we get people, if we do get onto the Idris, spread out quicker, or we need a certain amount of people to do this thing, or we put this person in charge when this thing pops up, or we hold this person back with this ship when this thing happens, and just yada yada yada. So up until persistence is a real thing, we are killing everybody that we possibly can. If the glove fits, if the shoe fits, if it makes sense for us to learn something from that fight, we're gonna take that fight. How many players per server for this test? I'm not sure. All I know is that I've only been able to get in a couple of times, and it doesn't last very long. So this one, as far as I remember, the last one started like this too. And then eventually they were able to get in one that had 400 people playing at once. That was perfectly playable. Like, good experience, playable, good. And then when they tried with 600, not so much, 800, unplayable. But the last test, they had 400 together, and they were playable. I don't know if they had the replication layer, what's going on with this, but it seems like the issue that they're having right now is something that would have been real nice to have the replication layer for, and they don't have it activated. We're on 3.2.2 and not 3.2.3, so it's a little weird. But as I was mentioning earlier, I'm going to give this another 5 minutes, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to go back over to the base game, and we're going to move some cargo and take some Xenothreat armor. If we can get onto an Idris, that would be amazing, but I don't think I'm going to be able to in the amount of time I've got left, because I've only got a couple more hours here before I got to get off for the day. I was hoping to get in on this test, but we'll see. I'm already in the org. I meant the people that don't want to limit themselves to being good. That's what alts are for. This org, if your account is on this org, it's going to be a good guy or girl. Period. If you were planning on being a bad person, and we explain that very clearly everywhere. We explain that very clearly. So if there was a mistake, open up a ticket, talk to one of the leaders, and let them know, all right, I messed up with this account. I want to be in the org, but with this account that I'm using, I want to be bad. My alts I'll use for good. And then we'll coordinate and we'll switch it over to your alt, if that's the case. We'll set that up. But whatever account is associated with this org is going to be good reputation, or else we will kick you out, because we need to have that good reputation for the way that we are going to play this org, period. And it doesn't matter if your alt has an Aurora. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, if you want to be a member of the org and you're active and you're a good person, you're good to go. All set. Just, we're not going to do the space pirate thing. We're just not, when persistence is real, because that's the gameplay that we want to have. We want to be able to have safe harbor. We want to have good relationships with the UEE, so that we can potentially take advantage of anything that would come from those relationships when it comes to like ships, when it comes to, again, just safe harbor, being able to put our bases in certain locations, traverse certain areas, things like that. Yeah, if you're on the Discord, somebody will get you set up through the tickets. More a Han Solo type smuggler. Good guy overall, but doesn't mind breaking the law to make a profit.
That's gray area stuff, which is fine.
Yeah, that's gray area. You'll probably be good. You get a little bit too carried away. You might spend a little bit of time in jail. It's not going to affect the org. That's good to go. If your daily gameplay is, I'm going to go steal this ship, or I'm going to go kill this person, take their stuff, and sell it, that's not what we're doing. Little side stuff, a little gray area stuff, not going to affect us in the long run. You're good to go. Just don't tell us about it. Only tell us if you get caught. Did you end up destroying the Idris yesterday? I'm actually not sure what they did. Brug, were you online? Were you online when they got rid of that Idris last night? Also, what did you guys end up doing? What did you guys end up finding out for the size 9 test? Oh, what happened? Did you not even do the size 9 test? Did we tell you we got our 7th Idris last night? Matt?
No, but won't surprise me.
Yeah, I took it down solo. That was the most difficult fucking time of all of them to get into that fucking side collar. And then I was able to clear it. There weren't that many on the bridge. So we might have a little bit of a surprise this weekend when we play. Either that one was bugged, they died and the bodies clipped out, or they changed it so that there were less people on the bridge. Did you ever finish Dual Destiny? No. Honestly, the length of time that I spent on Destiny was a gift, because this stuff with Star Citizen was supposed to happen 2 weeks earlier than it did. And I'm very much focusing on Star Citizen. I liked my time in Destiny. It was cool. I didn't want to get tangled up into groups and people relying on me to show up for raid days and the weekly grinds and stuff like that. I just didn't want to I kept it to solo. I'm at Pinnacle. I have Pinnacle level gear. I can kind of dive in and I can kind of get mixed up a little bit if I want to, but I don't have the class items. It's just, I'm not going to be able to put the time into it. And if I actually had a following for Destiny and people were actually interested in it, then that would be a different story. But right now I have to do the Star System stuff. I have to. Oh, dude, you can barely kill an Idris with 30 people. The HP is insane. The thing that you can do as a solo, if you get lucky, is you can board it, take it down, and steal it, if you get lucky. And you brought a lot of ammunition. We didn't get to do any tests. The Idris got impounded when I got to Area 18.
What?
Oh, what happened? I was on nav mode and realized too late, and when I switched to SCM and turned on VTOL, it was too late and too close to the ground. Yep, there you go. Well, learn experience, yeah. It's all good. We'll get another one. No, you can't store the Idris. And if the server crashes, even if the server recovers, it just poofs. You lose it.
Because it's a mission entity and not a player entity.
Yep. So when we got our 3 Idris the other day, that was consecutive without a server crash. Actually, we got 4 that day, but the first one somehow disappeared when the player logged off. Did we figure out what that was?
Seen and logged out. That's what it was. Seenan got in the pilot seat the first time when we stole it, and then I took over, flew us there while you guys cleared the rest of the ship, started looting the armor and stuff. As soon as we got to Area 18, repaired, fuel topped off, we were like 2-3 kilometers up in the air on our way out, and he logged out, and it just poofed.
That's kind of crazy, yes. SC still needs a bit more for me to really want to hardcore main it. Absolutely. It's possible that happens this year, which all of the gameplay that you see us getting into with it right now is in preparation for that. It's going to take a lot of time. And I mean, we've put the time in. We're there. We have a solid, I would say our norm now is 30 for whenever we do something as an org. Our norm now is 30. We probably have 50. We probably have 50 people that are consistent in the game and understand the game. But we have 377 people in the org. So the rest probably are waiting for a bit more gameplay. And hopefully by that time that gameplay shows up, we 50 or so have established what you actually need to do to teach people and what you actually need to understand in order to play as a large group. That's our goal right now. And so what does it look like when 30 people to 40 people to 50 people are all in game together trying to play and shoot at the same, accomplish the same goal? What does that look like? How do you communicate? What ships do you bring? Where do you, just everything, just every bit of gameplay that's involved with that. That's what we're trying to figure out right now. and it takes a lot of time.
Hmm.
One of the most correct things I've ever heard about Star Citizen was last year, spring last year, when I was looking for apartments in Texas. Me and one of my mods, Cianan, one of the leaders of the org, grabbed pizza one night with we got pizza and drinks with Burks and his brother Jay, who I know from the Tarkov community. And one of the things Burks said was the people that the orgs that are going to run Star Citizen aren't even playing the game right now. The orgs that are going to run Star Citizen are the orgs that are playing games like Arma and Squad or anything else that are large groups of people who know how to effectively communicate and coordinate in large groups and achieve a goal right now. And then it's going to take them 2 months to learn the game. Just learn the ships, learn what does what, learn how to fly, and then even if the skill levels aren't there, they're just going to have more people with more guns, and they're going to just know how to use them more effectively because they know how to coordinate and communicate effectively. And they're just friends with one another too. And it's just so right. So right now we are trying to not necessarily fast track it, but we are trying to I don't know. We're trying to facilitate the relationship side of it so that we can we're trying to get everybody into squads, get everybody playing with each other and trying to figure out what's going, not Giggity, but Giggity, trying to figure out who they like in the org, where do they fit in the org, what squad should they be in, what wing should they be in, what should they do in the game, and things like that, and just get them in game together. And because we've been doing that the last couple of months, actually I can't say several months, the last several months now because it's the end of June, we're going to be in a very good position. And we've already proven that this last weekend when we were successfully able to take 3 Idris in a row. So we're getting a lot of good stuff done. And the last several org versus org events that we've done very well. Very, very well. Especially the last one. Second to last one. Apparently the last one there was some issues. If they put in the Galaxy or the truck building module, I'll be playing nothing but SC. The truck building module? What do you mean there?
So they have from CitizenCon when they were talking about the pre-production of base building, there's a Atlas platform truck trailer instead of a turret like the Centurion and Ballista have. It's a hitch where a big old trailer hooks up behind it for building your medium-sized structures.
Oh, what? I mean, that would be cool.
If you go to the utilities category and go to the infographics and you see the construction base building stuff, you'll see it's the third picture from the bottom center of the screen.
Are you talking about on the wiki?
No.
Wait, what are you talking about?
In on the Discord, the utilities category that has like the QRF, the fleet yards, the war bond tracker, the bots, infographics where we have like pictures of, some of the local maps of like some events, the big giant galactic star map. One of them is regarding base building and buildings and the zones and the crafting and blueprints.
Construction infographic.
Yeah. And then you see in the bottom center is all the construction vehicles with an Atlas-based trailer. So.
I'll send this to myself and I'll open it up. I don't want to fuck up the loading though. Once this 30Ks, because I'm assuming this is gonna 30K, I'll pull it up. Can't wait for JT and run into another org. We've already done a bunch of that. We have very bad luck with that, though. It seems like we'll have a bunch of people online all day, running it just fine, barely run into some fights, and then the second everybody's just like, I'm gonna go get dinner, I'm gonna go to sleep, that's when the other orgs show up for JT. We have had horrible luck with JT.
Yeah, to finding organic JT.
Correct. Organic JTs have been they've fucking sucked. But we got a lot of relationships. Yeah, we got a lot of relationships with orgs now, so maybe we can just be like, yeah, let's just join up and fight over it. Actually, we should do that. Are we doing that already? Have we already said?
Not yet.
Not yet. We should do that. We should get talks going for that. But that would be pretty easy because people have already planned what they're going to do for JT. We just got to say, hey, let's meet up. Me and Matt on the same wavelength. We talked about that truck for like 20 minutes the other day. Yeah.
Not really, actually. I'm like,
No, it's somebody named Delta Archangel in the YouTube chat was saying that. Went into the cargo bay in the underside wearing a storm suit. Had to do takedowns to start getting weapons and gear. That was fun. Mortar did that. One of our guys, Mortar, did that, and he ended up knocking a bunch of people out, and then we forgot to go and finish them off, so a couple of them started standing up again when we were in Quantum. And this was like after we'd already like repaired the ship and stuff too. If you guys want to see that day, by the way, I was streaming on Twitch the day that we took the 3. I was not streaming on YouTube. But now that I have this chat working, I am going to, every single time I am playing Star Citizen, I will be live on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Period. The one thing that I need to figure out is to push the monetization side of things, because I do need to push, in order to maintain a living, I do need to keep subs on Twitch, which is going to be difficult. But I think if I just keep everything going together, it'll end up being okay. Eventually, we'll figure it out. But the thing with Twitch is that it's going to be everything. But if I'm playing Star Citizen, it's on the Star Citizen YouTube channel. If I'm playing Tarkov or anything extraction shooter related, it's going to be on the Tarkov channel. And if I'm playing literally anything else, it's going to be on the second channel. Nice Guy More. Oh, there you go. Figuring that out.
What?
You're in the YouTube chat.
I'm in both.
Yeah. Technically, everybody's in both. This one's been loading for a long time. Are we going to get in?
Probably not.
Oh, here's another problem. Yellow Bat just subbed with a Prime on Twitch 32 minutes ago, and it did not show up. Yellow Bat, are you still in the chat? Dude, I got in.
Only took 20 minutes.
Yellow Bat, are you still in the Twitch chat? Replication layer enabled true.
Yeah,
Dude, this is fucking smooth. Let me knock on wood real quick. Why is this so smooth?
I mean, it's been having that saying it's true, but it's not actually true.
Okay, gotcha.
Because if that was true,
But
you would
this
not
was...
be going to menus.
Dude. It's fucking smooth. It's not perfect, but it's fucking smooth, dude. All right, I'm gonna make a note. For some reason, that did not pop up. That alert did not pop up. I'm wondering if it's because
What alert?
somebody subbed with a Prime 34 minutes ago, and I did not see it or recognize it because it did not pop up for me. So, I now feel bad, and I'm going to fix that. Do I have ammo?
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
I'm just gonna immediately, if I can get to the spaceport, I'm just gonna go to a Nine Tails
Shuttle is
bunker.
preparing to depart. Please clear the hatch. Shuttle.
Yeah, so right now we only have 180 people that just did any response to what days they can play, just the general days they can play. 37 with the new availability poll.
Hold on a
That's
sec.
it.
Bruegel just did a tier 1. And it didn't pop up either. Alright, there's something wrong. One sec. Thank you, Bruegel. Alright, and now it's echoing when it does play. It's popping up, but now it's echoing when it does play. So that's a thing. Interesting.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop.
Oh, is that because it's considered web audio? I don't know. There's always something wrong. Listen, Yellow Bat, if you're still in chat, although you didn't respond when I said if I asked if you're still in chat.
Shuttle is
Thank you.
preparing to depart.
And Bruegel, thanks, dude. I'll figure that out. Just always something wrong I had to figure out. But hey, the chatbot's working.
Crusader Industries is happy to offer free and convenient transit to all visitors aboard the Orson Skyway shuttle service. Have a pleasant stay.
I don't like the way this guy's looking at me. Dude, they need a Artemex backpack.
You're asking a lot. It takes longer to make a backpack than it takes to make a ship.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
How would you know? You're not a game developer.
No things. You're trying to be funny. But if they could put a price tag of $299 or $350 on that backpack,
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
I mean, let's see. Let's go to the pledge store and go to gear.
What's going on? I'm back. I'm home.
no, you see, that's what that ring is for. It's hooked onto the ring, not the back. See that? Right?
I need to talking about.
Your choker bag.
Doing this Artemex backpack. Oh, dude, it's so weird seeing the old UI again. Where the fuck am I? All right, there we go. Vehicle ship loadout.
Oh, I'm so lost.
Yeah, no. It's like going into 323. You're like open, and you hit where the VMA was instead of. It's like I didn't mean to open up the contract manager. Now the VMA is on the far right.
Dude, it's fucking smooth, man. Every button is clicking. First
Well, 'cause
try.
You're in 3 different servers.
Dude, it is so smooth, man.
Oh yeah, you're streaming, right?
Yeah, on both YouTube and Twitch. It is fucking smooth, man.
I'm gonna meet you there. Delayed.
Oh no, I shouldn't have said anything! No! No! Why didn't they put this on 323, dude? Why didn't they put it on 323?
Yeah, if you look up there, replication layer enabled to pulse. So yeah, it's
Well,
not on the replication.
it's false in the menu, but it's true in the server. But the servers don't actually recover. Don't even attempt to.
Fuck,
Dude, it
man.
sucks because I joined in 323 and I've never seen a 300 or 3K, 30K.
It was working so well. Dude, every single button worked. It just.
Well, shut your damn mouth.
Everybody else has got to be saying the same thing, though. That's all I'm saying. It's all.
No, you keep it to yourself.
As soon as I got excited, it crashed.
I clipped that one.
Chris was like, "Fuck you."
So close.
It looked good though. I was watching.
Congratulations, you played yourself. Actually, I did play myself because I said I was going to stop trying 18 minutes ago, but then I got in.
And then it only lasted 18 minutes.
So sad, dude. I saw you in. I was like, all right, I gotta give it another shot.
I'm going to try restarting on that one. Dude, this boarding was the most difficult. Easily the most difficult.
What?
I'm showing on stream my boarding of the Idris last night. The one I got last night is easily the most difficult, the most frustrating one. Because it took me forever to get the door open, and then it moved. I didn't even notice visually that the door had opened when it started moving. And so there was a little while of me trying to get back, and then I could see from far away, oh, fuck, the door is open. And then it took me forever to also get in the door. But then it worked. I was able to clear it. First successful solo clear. I had a tier 1, but I was able to do it.
If it moves too fast.
Yeah, it's just so fucking janky. This one, I think I called out Law Dog. I'm like, Law Dog, you might just fuck that one for me. Because it was staying so close to me for the longest time. And then the second the Corsair shows up, it yeeted over there.
What was he doing?
He was just playing. It's fine. And it's one of our strategies, which is to have people rotate. But if it's just one of you, it's not going to do it. And we have to stay alive so that I get off the bike, or somebody that is on a bike gets off the bike while it is trying to fight the people that are trying to rotate around it, and then it'll stay, generally speaking, in the same spot. But once it finds another target and it's far away, it's going to go after them, and then you get far away. So if everybody gets on top of it, rotates around it, keeps fighting, then somebody on a bike comes in, then they EVA off, then they open the door, then they get in, then obviously, mission accomplished, we're good there. But if you're already EVA and then some new target comes in and it goes to focus it, you're fucked. It's going to run away. It's going to do what it just did there. I think if we get good servers this weekend, knock on wood, we're going to get 6. We're going to get 6 this weekend.
Surprised you didn't get hit by that barrage right there.
Oh, there was a couple. It hit me. It fucking bitch slapped me a couple of times there. Oh, I got the dual channel audio going so you can't hear it. Never mind. This will be a YouTube video at some point. I gotta get some stuff together for the triple takedown. I've got footage for that. But people didn't seem to give a fuck about the taking of the Idris in the first place. The first few videos I've put up have done very badly. In respect to like I probably should stop comparing it to Tarkov videos, but yeah.
I mean, your channel only has like what, 2,000 subscribers?
Yeah, but it's still like
50,000.
Here I go. Even look at the I'm right there. I'm right on the edge and barely get it, dude. I was trying. It was moving that whole time.
Oh my god.
That whole time it was moving.
Oh my! Take him out, coach.
This whole time it was moving.
That's like you only got
Look, it started. It's
675
janking now. It's janking. It's starting to move a little bit. Janking even more. Janking more. It went like up and down like 5 feet a little bit. Oh my god, dude.
Legionnaire when?
That was the most frustrating one that we've ever done. I mean, even with the Legionnaire though, we're gonna need to take the engines out. Which actually, we think that taking the engines out is the play. Next time we get one, we're gonna focus the engines down with some Infernos. We're gonna test a bunch of stuff. We'll do a bunch this weekend.
Well, I mean, right now the engine that we have for this is overly tuned. It's not going to be this tanky.
Yeah.
Because it's just a special event type stuff.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say,
One
tell
of
me
the-
the reason.
To be honest, I think they just turned on the replication layer.
I'm gonna come back in now. I just tried. I just
Well,
wanted to show that clip. So
if you look, it'll tell you at the top right.
Yeah, I gotta turn on that. I just joined and I got the whole.
Server error, please wait, or...
Yep. It says it's on, but who knows?
Did you have to
Well,
update?
yeah. If you didn't get a 30K and it's saying issued, then it's on.
Yeah, I didn't. It did the whole server error, and then it eventually reconnected me.
Yeah, that's the replication layer. It didn't kick you out.
Earlier though, we were having just 30K sent back to menu.
Yeah,
No
it's been bad.
true.
Max de Alba in the YouTube chat says, "Tell Serban this video needs AI art and music."
What the fuck is that?
That's I don't know. They told me so.
What, on YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube.
No.
Are you using Is that a different
using
launcher for the test? No. The simulcast stuff. This is it's a plugin for OBS. It's a plugin for an older version of OBS that allows you to just go to Twitch, and as long as your internet can cover it. The thing with the multi-stream for most people is your internet can't cover the output. But out here we got that Google Fiber, so we good. Oh no, Atomic, trust me, Serban's on it, man. Serban's got that stuff. They've been messing around with that AI generated art stuff for months now. Oh, well, speaking of, in relation to why you've been messing around with the AI art stuff and pertaining to like names of squads and stuff like that, would it be a bad idea if I wanted to name my wing the Blood Angels?
No, go for it.
Yeah, I don't see a reason.
Is that too small to name the Blood Angels though? You know how that's like, because it's an entire chapter and we're only 40 people. You see what I mean? Is that too insignificant compared to an entire chapter of Space Marines?
You're also thinking of just the now, but not in the future. You know what I mean? Like once we have the fleet, it's like you're not going to be in charge of a wing. You'll be in charge of all 4 wings. We'll have your 2 rear admirals or whatever in charge of the 2 wings each.
Solid 40K reference. I am a pink hat 40K fan. I know tons of info about like the chapters and which they also call Xeno, the aliens, and I know a ton about 40K. Just don't ask me anything about the rules, and don't ask me any super deep like fucking lore questions and shit like that. I get a lot of it. I am a solid 40K fan, specifically for the Space Marines, for Blood Angels, for what else? Dark Angels and Blood Angels were the two chapters that I've played. And back in the day, my first chapter was what am I fucking? I'm blanking on the fucking name. God damn it! What are they? Black Templars. I started with Black Templars, but it was really just because I didn't want to paint anything, and in my mind, I'm just like, I'll just get the white paint. It'll be cheap. I'll get the white paint. I'll get a little bit of silver paint. We'll be good to go, right? or a little bit of red. We'll get some red, and then everything else, I just prime it black, and we'll be good to go. That was my mindset with it. Nope, everything's still super expensive anyway, and just like it's like, god damn it. Took a couple more years off, and then when I came back after getting my first job in high school, I went Blood Angels, and then I went Dark Angels for Ravenwing, or not Ravenwing. What am I saying? What's the Terminator squads that you can have as troops back then?
You're asking the wrong
Terminator
person.
squads.
No, but there was like a specific set that you can have Terminators as troop choices. Somebody will know. Somebody know what I'm talking about.
Of what faction?
Of the Dark Angels. It used to be like really OP, but I think they nerfed it the last edition or something. Somebody will know what I'm talking about. It's like you bring, as Dark Angels, you bring a lot of Terminators. Like you have a lot of Terminators. Like way more than you should have. But it's like a unique thing. I'm blanking on it. Deathwing? Maybe Deathwing? It might have been Deathwing.
I don't know about the Dark Angels personally. I used to have a 100,000 point Terminator army.
What the fuck?
It filled the whole room.
I know I just said what the fuck, but because it's you speaking, I'm not surprised. It's just like because the sheer amount of time and money and effort to have that. I'm not surprised.
That Necrons.
Why did you need a room full of Terminators though?
The small armies were. It wasn't doing it for me, you know what I'm saying?
All right. Yeah, Deathwing. Delta Art thinks it's Death. I think it's called Deathwing, or at least that setup was called Deathwing. All right, let me do another one of these tests while this is loading here.
Just got a 30K.
That's really fucking loud.
I actually got to the hangar that time.
Maybe I should do it, and I won't have any issues.
Oh, I forgot to say, I do like Tau. I like Tyranids. Tyranids was going to be that, or not going to be like that was
my favorite.
Yeah, Tyranids. It was Space Marines, and I like Tyranids. The first time I've ever dabbled with any kind of 3D creation was with one of the side classes that I was doing when I got my degree, and ZBrush. It just had.
Is it on the PTU or hot?
No, it's a tech preview. It's a tech preview, and for my final piece for that ZBrush class, I did a Tyranid warrior with sights, with multiple sights. Turned out okay. I don't know where I have that. It's somewhere on one of my Google Drives or something, but turned out okay. It's a really good professor, who I think is working for Rockstar right now. Actually, now that I think about it. Is he at Rockstar?
Yeah, you guys are saying the test, but it's not showing up. Oh, are you using
Test
the
preview.
old?
No, it's not the old. There's a drop down. Let's say test preview, unless they blocked it off from people now. I'm getting the infinite load. I gotta restart.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it just updated.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not that many gigs. 13. Sorry, I had the test preview update already.
That's the manifest. Did you copy the build?
No, I don't do that.
If you
it's too much work.
Copy and then just rename, and then you only download the difference.
Hold the fuck.
It's a 30 gig difference between the live build and that build. So.
Wait a minute. You guys that are watching the stream, I'm gonna do another sub test. Do you guys hear anything? I'm gonna do it again. You don't, do you? You don't hear any audio right now, right? People that are watching the stream. You don't hear like the text-to-speech or anything, do you? Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what's wrong. All right. There's the output. The output's wrong. No, it's not going to be on either. It's the same output going to YouTube and Twitch. Well, Twitch, the bitrate's different, but all right. I see where I fucked up. It's going to be a process. That's going to be a post-stream thing.
Actually, I don't want to test it.
Once again, surprise, surprise, I've fucked up my audio. but that was because of the multi-stream thing. I had to set up a new OBS setup for multi-streaming. All right, so this needs a new output. Where can we go?
All right, they're updated from based on what Ceenan said. I think that was better.
For what?
Leaders and chain command.
Keep getting the infinite thing.
Yeah, there you go. That's better.
Keep clicking the wrong thing. Jackson, yeah, it's all good. Thanks. I am messing around with the outputs. There's something weird. I'm not exactly sure how Streamlabs does its output for audio for alerts, but not only so you guys aren't getting the audio, but I'm actually getting it echoed. I'm getting it twice. So it's something on my end. It's just, I think it's an after stream thing. And since I had that spinning circle there, I figured I'll dabble with it a little bit, and it didn't seem to change anything. So there's something wrong because when I initially tried the multi-streaming thing, I went through Streamlabs and I think that fucked something up. So it's possible that when my subscription ends for the multi-streaming on Streamlabs, it fixes itself. But
Subscription thing? How much?
it's $20 a month to do multi-streaming through Streamlabs, but there's a bitrate limit, so it's not very good.
That's why you then go extra special and you have Streamlabs and OBS. You run both the different applications to stream through one specifically.
Yeah, no, I do. I need OBS Studio because of the plugins and stuff, but Streamlabs is like you got to do the alerts and stuff. I mean, I guess I could switch over to Stream Elements. Maybe that's what I'll have to do. I mean, we're wasting time trying to fucking get into this anyway, so I keep getting the spinning thing, dude. Still loading.
I just wonder though when they're gonna put a playtest out for the blockade, the new blockade runner event.
Ninetales?
It's their new revision of essentially the Ninetales lockdown, but it's, you know, Quantanium ore is at Seraphim, at Everest, at Virginie, at Tressler, and they essentially have the local refinery stations and that main station locked down, and you have to buy the raw Quantanium and deliver it to the refinery station from their demo of it months ago when they last talked about it on ISC.
Did I know that there was a 48,000 bundle for Star Citizen? Which one did you watch? Did you watch Pirate Gaming or Asmongold? Geo cooking.
Or Salty Mike or anybody.
I think Salty Mike did his after. Chances are, if their first thing is talking about that, I'm gonna assume that they got it from either Pirate or Asmongold, because that's like all they know about the game. Can you stop trying to get in? Wikipedia said they stopped test 5 minutes ago until tomorrow. Did you get that, Matt?
I haven't been watching Spectrum, but
Good call. Good call. Let me check.
yes, preview test is now closed. We're working another build for another test for this again tomorrow. Stay tuned.
All right, we're done. Okay. Good call. Who is that? Mr. Tolls. Thank you. I wouldn't have, I would not have looked. I would not have looked. You know what? No, since this is done, I'm going to go mess with my settings a bit more. Landmark looked at it yesterday. Oh yeah, he just keeps up with he keeps up with this stuff. I've talked to Landmark a little bit. If I had full control over like who sees Star Citizen and who interacts with Star Citizen in some kind of weird other universe, I never would have let Shroud play yet, because it's just not there yet. And Landmark is in the exact same boat. They're FPS people. They're not going to get the ship stuff. Clean took to it and Summit took to it the way that they did because they're sandbox people. They can appreciate a proper sandbox and appreciate a proper like open world setup and like kind of make your own path kind of a thing. So that's why Clean and Summit took to it so well. But where Shroud, and actually, you know what? No, Shroud's into the RPG stuff. So maybe. But where he just immediately went to the FPS stuff is just, that was the worst possible thing that could have happened. It's not there yet. It just isn't. So you needed to be able to appreciate the ship combat and the open world and, you know, all the other sandbox stuff for what it is at its time, and then get and have it be nice as you go, as they improve the server stuff, and which we're seeing right now with that test. Unfortunately, that one failed. The last one worked. That one failed. We'll see what they're able to pop up tomorrow. But Landmark's in the same boat. He literally verbatim asked me a few months ago. It's like, what's up with that game? Is it any good? And I said, don't worry about it right now. You wouldn't be into it. It's just not. And it's true. Like the FPS stuff just isn't there yet. Once the server meshing comes in and it actually starts working, then it's the higher FPS stuff. Because we've seen the higher FPS stuff testing before with FPS. It's scary. The AI as they are, and when the server is actually running a correct speed, is genuinely scary. So
They
it'll be
overtune
cool.
it to compensate.
Yeah, it'll be cool, but not there yet. So, the way that I've been doing, and if you guys need info, go over to my YouTube channel, Nice Guy Star Citizen in particular, and I've got some videos up there explaining what you should get into or what you should be waiting for, or what you should be looking for in terms of words, like what are the big numbers and stuff like that. Server meshing's one of them. That's going to be Q3 this year, and that's what we just tried to test right now, which didn't end up working out. They did a test February? When they do the last one?
The last one was like February.
Yeah, it worked very well. They had 400 people on a server, and it was fine. And then they jacked it up to 800, and then it wasn't fine. I don't know how many we just tested there, but for some reason, the thing that was happening was the servers were crashing, and then everybody would try to get in, and then the servers would crash, and then everybody would try to get in. And that was the old version of the game. That was 322. So you see live.
I was surprised.
Yeah, you'll see 322, and then you'll see live is 323. Well, the thing they added in 323 was the replication layer, which allows you to recover from server crashes. So obviously something's going on where they either don't want to or can't test this version of server meshing with the server recovery for some reason, and that's a major problem. So
yeah, that's an assumption, but
no, it's not in there. So why isn't it in there?
It's
because it wasn't a focus.
But how is it not a focus if it's important to have it in server meshing?
They wanted to make sure. Well, based on what they've said, you just got to go off of that. What did they say? And
which would be if they don't have it in there, then they don't want to
they-
test it for some reason. Is what I'm saying.
They didn't specifically give like a valid reason as to why they're not on 323.0. Like, why are they on 322 and not just 323.0? Like, you're on a build that's like 322.0.
The replication.
That's February. That's like the February build. We're 5 months, almost 5 months later. Why aren't you on like the one that came out a month ago, which you have the fixes in, that everything's working on that side for the most part, that you've been able to iron out to ship out 323.0, and now all you're doing is changing a configuration of the game, but why are you now on a whole previously older build that didn't have that at the beginning?
It's just weird. It's for some reason I don't know what the setup is, but the replication layer is vital. Like it's absolutely vital for the game, because if a server ends up going down for whatever reason, you're not going to lose anything. So I don't understand. Something's going on there, but
because like
Matt and Sturban, I'll come back in a second. I'm just going to end the stream, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say though, Matt?
It's like with Waka's message, the new hardware setup they put for this test was working great, but we found an issue with code that isn't working correctly and causing mesh deadlocks, which requires a new build. We'll look
And
at
actually,
attempting another run tomorrow morning as early as 1500 UTC.
And actually, they did earlier in the week say that they wanted to test this originally on Friday, and then they moved it up a day. So they're pushing. They're trying some new stuff here. But yeah, even it wasn't a focus. Yeah. Anyway, so next time they do this, I'll be live. Regardless, I'm gonna be live tomorrow, whether we're doing this or and then maybe we move into Xenothreat, and gonna be doing that tomorrow, and then definitely Xenothreat Saturday. We'll see what's going on Sunday, but we're doing Star Citizen this weekend. So catch you guys soon. Luckily the chatbot's working. I'll see what's going on with the what's its face, the alerts. Yeah, and we'll keep it going. So thank you guys for being here again. If you guys are interested in anything Star Citizen, go check out Nice Guy Star Citizen, that YouTube channel. If you guys are already there, check the link in the description for joining the org. We're looking for anybody who is interested in Star Citizen, as long as you are going to be a consistent player, an active player. That's all we're looking for. It doesn't matter what your skill level is or anything like that. We're just looking for bodies at the time, because we need crews, we need people. That's all. So thank you guys for hanging out. Otherwise, hope you have a nice day. See you guys.